What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome to New Music Day Live. I am your host, Brianna Rashay, and today we have independent artist OG12. Y'all give it up for him. How are you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed. Feeling great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for joining us today. And we know you're a rapper from the South, so we know you're gonna give us all the flavor and everything today.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just let us know like how you've been doing with the pandemic and everything that's been going on.
Man, the pandemic been crazy. Uh, Aside from kids being all over the place, still getting money, so everything's still good, man. The only
That's
thing slowing down is like shows, but
mhm.
outside of that, we still make music and living life.
That's awesome. So I know you said that the shows are slowing down. So what were like some type of or some of the shows that you went to and performed?
I haven't started doing too many shows, but because I had just dropped the project, it
Mhm.
kind of slowed down the shows that I would have had. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So
Did
yeah, we
you have
just
a
go.
schedule set up for that already or?
Now my publicist was putting everything together,
Mhm.
but it is what it
Okay.
is.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let's start from the beginning. So, we know that I know that you have an amazing PR and media team. Shout out to Yanelle. She connected us. And she did tell me a little bit about you, but just start from the beginning. Tell us, like, when you knew that music was the way that you wanted to go, the path that you wanted to follow.
well, I started doing music when I was a kid, but I knew for sure what I wanted to do like 3 years ago, actually 4 years ago. I was in the Marines, and I just got tired of that shit. I was like, man, this ain't really like making me happy, you know what I'm saying? So, and I knew like my passion, I enjoy doing music. So at that point, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get out and pursue music because I couldn't really do what I wanted to do while trying to, work for the government at the same time. And then, so yeah, about 4 years ago, I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and do music, pursue music 100%. So,
That's awesome. So, 4 years ago, you left the military, or that? Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so I know that sometimes you can do music in the military because I have a cousin that also does music in the military. So was that
yeah.
something that you were doing when you were there, or did you just say, I want to cut this off and do music all the way?
Nah, man, I was doing it a little bit, but I ain't had free time. Like, somebody wanted me to do a show somewhere, and I couldn't go to it because I had to go to work, or you know, I was deployed a couple times, so I was overseas. So it was like, man, I really couldn't devote all my all into it. So if opportunities did come, I was locked down.
Mhm.
Well, I wouldn't say locked down. I had to do a job,
Right.
and I was contractually obligated for however many years. So it's like, hey, if this music popped today, and I got 4 years left in the contract, it don't even matter. Like I can't leave that. So
Right. Right.
you
That's
had
awesome.
to cut
So
it off all the way.
right. So you took the steps to leave the military and music, you knew that's what you wanted to do. So like what steps did you start to take to take your artistry serious? Because we have a lot of independent artists that watch our platform.
Mhm.
And I think it'll be interesting to just give that side of it, like starting out, what are some steps that I need to take to ensure that I'm taking my art serious and that I have a team behind me?
Truthfully, just believe in yourself and do it. It's not even a proper way because like my way might not be the way that works for somebody else, but you just gotta do it. You can't make excuses for to have other plans, and that's what I learned growing up with if you got a plan B, you don't believe in plan A. So if you want to do music, just do it and put all your energy into it. Record your music and put it out. Simple as that. It ain't no special way to it, no special treatment. Somebody gonna find you, somebody gonna hear you, and it's gonna work out for you. But you just gotta do it.
That's true. So I know that you have definitely, like I said, connected with some people doing collabs, and also you do have a team of people who support you, like media, manager, and different things like that. So how did you cultivate or find those people to that were willing to work with you?
Man, I was making music. I was just making music, and a friend of mine who is my manager, he got all the connections, and he believed in me because I believed in myself, and he started making phone calls and putting stuff together. Like truthfully, I say it's God because I ain't know nobody. I still don't really know too many people. Like everybody just put together the pieces for me, and I just do my part, which is make music.
That's awesome. So they just recognize your music, believed in you, and wanted to work with you. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome. So what would you say is like the driving force behind your artistry and the songs that you write?
Oh, just life. I don't talk about nothing I don't know about. I don't talk about nothing I don't do. It's all personal experience. So whatever I'm going through at the moment, that's what I'm gonna write my songs about. You know, whatever it may be. If I'm going through it with my baby mama, I might make a song about my baby mama. If I'm, if I'm on the boat, I'm enjoying life, I'm gonna make a song about being on this boat and enjoying life. Like that's all I talk about is personal experience and stuff that I've been through.
Hmm. So let's go down to like the details. So you're from Albany, Georgia.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
would you like how long were you there, and are you in it? You're in Atlanta now, correct?
Yeah, I'm based out of Atlanta now, but
Okay.
I'm forever out been.
Okay. So what would you say? Like, how would you say growing up in Albany and just being in the South? How do you say that has affected your sound, your artistry, and who are some of your influences?
I mean, growing up in the South got everything to do with my sound. Cause I mean, shit, I grew up listening to Ti, UGK, 8 Ball, and you know, for as far as rap goes, and on the R&B side, like my mom was a big Anita Baker person, so I listened to Anita Baker. My pops loved Anita, she loved Erica Badu. So like those are my direct influence as far as growing up. And Tupac, of course, because I mean, but just being from the South, I got all the Southern influence and sound. And side note, I almost forgot Phil Mob too, because Phil Mob from Albany. So growing up, having them guys break the door for us and make it mainstream was big. I just listened to a lot of that. But just growing up in the South, that's my sound. So when you hear my Southern drawl or you see my goals and all that, I mean, shit, I'm Southern and I'm South Georgia. Like I'm not from Atlanta, so I can't say that I have like an Atlanta sound per se. I feel like it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like Atlanta got their way, they do their thing, but then we got our own style, lifestyle, everything as well.
Hmm. Hmm. So, with you being, fairly new to the game, because some people have been in artistry since they were a child and they kind of just stuck with that. But the fact that you've actually changed career paths and jumped into the music scene, like, how would you say that is for you? Like, did you get discouraged? Were you like, man, I probably shouldn't do this, or did you feel like you were, like, how did you feel
Yeah,
about that?
yeah. I mean, man, I go through every emotion right now to this day. Like shit, even a couple days ago, I might say fuck this shit. Fuck. Can I
Hmm.
curse?
Um, I don't know, but I think you good.
All right, all right. A couple days ago, I might have been like, I don't want to do this no more, or but you gonna go through every emotion. Like even if you've been doing this for a lifetime, like no matter what you do, you're gonna have your discouraging moments. But you just gotta keep pushing and know what your goal is, whatever your end goal is, just
Hmm.
go to it. So like my end goal is to be mainstream, to get Grammys, to show people, a rural Georgia person can make it, because it ain't that many of us, even though there are people before me, but it's not many. So that's another driving force is I want to encourage other kids like, that grew up where I grew up. Like, hey man, you can make it up out of there.
Hmm. Absolutely. So, other than your passion, what else would you say is like a driving force on those hard days when you feel like, nothing's happening or you're kind of at a standstill?
I got kids. I got kids. Like that's it. I got kids, and I know they look at me like I'm Superman. So it's kind of hard to let them down or
Yeah.
tell them no. So you know, I got kids. That's it. Outside
Right.
of my
Right.
love
Right.
for music, my kids gonna always give me some kind of energy to do it because they like my music. Like they
Hmm.
really enjoy putting me on YouTube on the TV and seeing my videos. So that's dope to me.
That's cool, and I know that's a good feeling just to see your kids rocking out with you like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Like my kids come to the studio with me from time to time. You know.
That's good.
Uh,
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I think it's great to follow your dreams because you're essentially telling your kids to, follow their dreams as well. And I'm
right.
pretty sure they'll want to do that when they grow up.
Right, right. And that's the thing is like I can't give up on myself because then I'm gonna give them the example of somebody that fails and says, all right, that's what I'm gonna live with. And
Hmm.
I can't tell them, hey man, keep doing what you're doing and push and it's gonna happen if I give up on myself. You know.
Hmm. So again, starting, going hard in the industry, what were some things that you said, I definitely have to do this to bump my artistry game up a notch? That can be whether it can be artist development or working out or maybe taking a writing class. Like, what were some things that you did initially to bump up your art?
First thing I did was I went to a music conference with Rico Love. And it was dope because it was Rico Love, Brian Michael Cox, Danger, a couple different people that are well known in the music industry, and they talked about songwriting and just artist development. So I went to that conference first, and I've been to that conference 3 times already. They have it every year. Of course, they didn't have it this year because of the pandemic, but yeah, I started going to that, and I knew for sure like I had to move from Albany and come to Atlanta because it's the sound of the South, like it's the heartbeat of the South. So as good as my music may be, it's harder to meet people and navigate by being in Albany, which is 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to move to Atlanta. I had to go to some conferences, and to this day, I'm still figuring out things to work on. Like, I'm glad I got a PR and a manager that tell me like, "Hey man, you need to eat better. You need to work out more." So when it's time to take these pictures and it's time to, you know, perform and stuff, you don't look like a big ball or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Exactly.
definitely moving to the location that I knew was beneficial for my career, as
Mhm.
well as taking care of myself and learning the industry.
That's awesome. So I know, like I said, we do have independent artists that watch us. Some of them may be considering to Atlanta to better their careers. So, what else would you say Atlanta has done to help cultivate your artistry and just made you feel like this is where I belong as an artist?
I mean, Atlanta's big, right? But Atlanta's also small. So once I moved up here, I started seeing a lot of celebrities like everywhere. I
Mhm.
could go to a gas station. I can go. I was at the airport a couple times. I ran into Quavo like 3 or 4 times. I ran into him at the airport. What it is, a Walgreens one time. Like go out to eat. I just started seeing so many celebrities, and I realized like, man, if they this close to me, I can make it and be
Wow.
there too because they right here. Like it's nothing spectacular about it. They just doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
So just being in Atlanta and being amongst all these people, man, and seeing them, like it ain't nothing to see somebody when you come here. Like if
Right.
you out, and then it also gave me accessibility quicker because I'm in Atlanta. If my PR call me and say, hey, it's a radio interview going on at 1 o'clock and it's 11, I can be there because I'm physically here. Vice being 5, 6 hours away, everything you got to plan out too far ahead. But it's a lot of opportunities that come that aren't planned out in advance. It's something that just happened at the moment. So you just got to be prepared for it. But you got to make the sacrifice to be prepared for it too.
Mhm. Absolutely, absolutely. And what has that sacrifice looked like for you? Just above moving, of course, because we know that's a big sacrifice. What were some other things that you may have sacrificed as well?
Well, my daughter, she's in Albany with her mom, so sacrificing my family, sacrifice time. Like
Yeah.
it's many a days where shoot, I'm working and I gotta support or I can't do the fun stuff. Like I don't go to the club like that. I'm in the studio Friday, Saturday night. I'm gonna be in the studio. I don't see no point in going to the club because it's not helping me get to where I want to go as far as music goes. So like, yeah, I know earlier I said the best thing is just to believe in yourself and do the work. But the do the work part is sacrifice. Like you gotta give up all that fun stuff, all that cute stuff that you be doing. Like you gotta, if it's not beneficial to your craft, I wouldn't say you can't do it at all, but you gotta limit it and put more time into your craft.
Right, right. I think that's great. And you're really showing, like I said, we have independent artists watching our platform all the time. Just people of all walks of life watching our platform. And I think it's super important that you, one, stated everything about sacrifice, and also just being in Atlanta, how you say, when you get there, you realize that the place that I want to be is not too far out of my reach. It's
Right.
actually really close. I just have to put in the work. So that's awesome. I think that's great. I think that shows your grind and your dedication to the art. So let's dive deeper into your music. So
For sure.
we're gonna take it back. So the first song that you wrote, what was it? And how did that process go for you? Like, how did it go? Was it good? Was it bad? How was it?
The first song I ever wrote, I think I was like 10.
Oh wow! So we're taking it way back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you want to go that far, I do not remember all of the words to it. Um, I listened to DMX at the time, so it had like a DMX style to it with a little
Okay.
mystical. And I was talking about cheeseburgers and all kind of dumb stuff, man. So that was trash. But um, once
So
I say,
let's bring it forward to the first song that you wrote on on your first project. And is your first project the Walk Gas?
yeah, that's the first official project that I put out.
Okay. Okay, so let's start there then.
Well, see, I actually didn't write any of that, like
Okay.
pen and paper. It's called Walking Gas because I was drinking lean and smoking good reefer, and I was in the studio and was like, "Hey, I want to put out a tape like in the next week." So I recorded all that stuff in one night. Like I just played beats and I rap, like I freestyle, playing
Okay.
some, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't no heavy thought process into it. It's like, hey man, I want to put some music out. I got to do some, and that's something else as far as music. Like I knew I had to put some content out
Mm-hmm.
because that was at the beginning of the pandemic. People at home and they looking at their phone all the time. So I'm like, hey man, this is a prime opportunity to put out some music because
Mm-hmm.
nobody has anything to do. But yeah, I recorded all that at one night. So I don't.
Right out the dome.
Yeah, yeah. We was just in I got a dope engineer though. So my dope engineer, he make it easy for me to be able to do stuff like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can just go line for line and keep going.
Wow, that's awesome. So when you were finished with that body of work, were you like, wow, like I just freestyled all of that? Like, how did you feel about it?
Man, I was too excited because we went through it and he sent me all the songs the same night. It was we probably left the studio at like 2, 3 in the morning. So on the way from the studio to my house, it was like 30-minute drive. Me and my little sister was riding, and she was like, "Man, you crazy, bro? You just did a whole mixtape like in a day."
Mhm.
So it was really exciting, really exciting. I'm still geeked about it. Like I did a tape in one night. That
Right.
ain't that's not some normal stuff. Like nobody really produced music like that except for like Gucci or somebody.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty fast, pretty fast. It was dope, fun.
That's awesome. So how often do you think a up and coming artist like yourself should release music just off of their experience and what you know now?
It really depends on what they going for. If you want to be a content person and you just want to have a bunch of music, they need to record at least twice or two or three times a week. If they're more so on the side of being a creative and they make songs based on how they feel in the moment, then I guess let the mood determine that. But me personally, I'm a content guy. I go to the studio I go to the studio every week.
Hmm.
And every time I go, I record at least 4 or 5 songs. So,
Hmm.
that way I got plenty of content for people to say, hey, man, don't do this one. yeah, that's good. Don't do that because the truth is, when you make it and you sign to a label, you're gonna get a lot of songs that they don't like. So you
Mhm.
might as well just get prepared for it now and record like a workhorse. Like I'm a workhorse, you know what I'm saying? So I record all day if I can.
Right, right, right. So, is there any time where you go in the studio and just like this ain't like I just can't like I'm not really feeling it like.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's been plenty of nights where I done had sessions for I done had 12-hour blocks for a session, and 2 3 hours into it, I look at my engineer like, nah, bro, we finna go.
And
Because
how do
the
you
thing
like
is,
come back from that?
just I leave the studio and I try again another day because like some days you just not gonna have it to record, and you shouldn't force a feeling or
Hmm.
force a mode because you'll hear it in the music. Like the song's not gonna sound good.
Hmm.
You're not comfortable. It's gonna sound that way. So I just leave the studio and let it go and try again another day.
Right,
Um,
right, right, right.
yeah.
So, are you? I know you said you're a content type of person. So, would you say that you had help with like your social media presence since you got a PR team, or how has that been going for you?
Yeah, I'm content as far as music goes. I'm gonna make as much music as possible.
Not
Social
social
media,
media, huh?
I'm terrible, man. Like I'm terrible with it. So my honestly, I don't even run my social media. Like
Hmm.
they do most of the posting and stuff for me. I'm terrible with that. Like I don't know. I ain't with the internet stuff. Like I'm a face to face type of guy. So
Okay,
uh,
awesome. So you like doing like more like interviews and just putting yourself out there. You don't really like the social media stuff.
yeah, yeah, I can't get with it. Like it's weird to me, but I understand that it's necessary and is part of it. But like me looking at my phone and posting how I'm feeling and what I'm doing and all that, like I can't get with it. That ain't my type of party. But they tell me I got to do it, so they do it, and
Yeah, because I noticed that your page looked really like clean and like you can see who you are. You're an artist from your page, and I was like, okay, I'm wondering, did he have help with this or so basically your team runs it. Like, do you ever give them ideas or say something that you want to post on there, or is it just
Oh yeah,
strictly?
yeah, 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 yeah. It ain't like I have no access and they post whatever. Like they run it by me before they post something, or they'll ask me, hey man, is this okay? Or
Mhm.
I make up my captions for my pictures and all that type of stuff. Like they're not just
Okay.
doing everything. But at the same time, like I don't if it was left up to me, I wouldn't remember to post stuff every day. Or
Mhm.
I wouldn't remember to post stuff on Instagram or Facebook, and but they remind me that I got to do it. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm terrible with that. Like I'm a street nigga at the end of the day for real. So
Right.
it's hard for me to gonna get with that.
Get with the social media.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go on to your next body of work. So 50 pack. Tell us about that, and how you felt about that project.
Well, 50 pack, that was a single I had put out earlier, and it's a dope single. It's featuring my partner Hustle Roo,
Mhm.
dude from Albany too. We came up together. Shot a dope video to it. It's probably like the best video I got. Um,
Okay.
yeah, it's like real mainstream quality, everything. Yeah, I put that out earlier this year.
Hmm.
Dope single. Go listen to it, and it's actually gonna be part of my next project that I put out. That single is
Okay.
gonna be on my next project that I put out. But hieroglyphics is what we're pushing right now, which is a joint project with my
Hmm.
partner Lino, who's also from Albany.
Awesome, awesome. So I see some people coming in. So I just want to say, hey y'all. I seen that Desmond Graham said, um, he's from Albany, Georgia. So I don't know if you, but he's showing mad
Yeah.
love. So hey y'all, how y'all
And my
doing?
pops, man.
Okay, okay. So they
Yeah,
supporting. They here showing love.
yeah, yeah. What up, pops?
Awesome, awesome. So, you said the video was your best video. So, what was that process like, and how did you kind of Was it your vision? Did you have a creative director? Like, just give us all the tea on that.
So I got a director that did everything. His name is Henley. He shot the video. He brought a whole team in. Like we had a lighting guy. He had people that was holding like some aluminum looking type stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was a real big uh production.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's bigger than what I ever been a part of. I'm used to like one dude with a camera hitting me,
That's
recording me
it.
yeah, with the speaker on the side of him. But like, bro came in with a whole team of people. It was at least 12 to 15 people that had came out. It was an all-day affair. Actually, it was a 2-day affair. We had shot some scenes on one day and a couple more scenes on the second day. Um, it was dope. It was dope, man. Like a real production. Like I felt like I made it once I had shot that video. Like I knew, hey, this it. This the one.
Right.
Yeah, we up out of here after this. And
Mm-hmm.
shoot, since then, since I dropped that video, like I say, I've been a workhorse and I've been putting music out nonstop since then.
Mm-hmm. So let's backtrack a little bit. I know you said you're going to those conferences and with some major hitters in the industry. So,
Mhm.
what are a couple of things that you learned when you went that you've been applying ever since?
One is songwriting, like
Mm-hmm.
how to write the song.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also the other thing that I had learned from Rico Love was creating fans. Where you say, man, you take somebody, you take the average listener, you make them a fan, and you make them feel a part. They become your family. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how you got people like Beyonce and Rihanna, where like you can't tell somebody that's in the Beehive that Beyonce ain't their sister or their mama or their
Absolutely.
auntie, you know.
Absolutely.
So that's all I've been doing. Like when I run into people, like I'm not the kind of guy that's on some oh man, I'm rapping or I'm too busy or I'm whatever. I'm not talking to you. Like I pretty much talk to anybody that hit my inbox, almost every comment, whenever I do see people out in public and I tell them about my music, I make them feel a part. They got my personal phone number, like
Mm-hmm.
all that. So that way, when I do, as I grow, you
Mm-hmm.
know, they've been with me from the beginning, and everybody else that comes along gonna feel that same love.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think that's really important. But a part of that making fans feel like family is social media.
Oh yeah, and that's why I got the team to make sure that we stay on top of that because
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But
yeah,
I think it is good that I think you're working on your content on social media and trying to more to be engaged. But I also think that it's awesome that you have the in person aspect because a lot of people are good, great on social media, but when you
right.
meet them in person, it's very awkward. And I think when you support someone to that magnitude by listening to projects and stuff, it's important to be able to see them in person, feel the same exact way that you felt online or when you were listening to their music. So I think that's definitely a great gem that you did bring up about connecting with fans.
Definitely.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So it's never weird. So let's talk about El Jefe Dose. Did I say that right?
Yeah, El Jefe Dose. That's a single
Okay,
too.
let's talk about it.
Yeah, so El Jefe Dose, that was actually that's the first single that I put out. First
Okay.
single and video that I put out when I started like really pursuing music. Um and I made that fresh after a trip to Mexico. Like whatever I said in that song is really
Right.
what happened when I was in Mexico. That's how I felt. Yeah, I dropped that because I was in Mexico living. They was
Mhm.
calling me Jefe Dose like everywhere I went. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was the goals, if it was what I had on, if it was the aura, like whatever it may have been,
Mhm.
they talked to me and they was calling me the boss. So I recorded that, and I actually recorded that. I want to say I shot the video to that the same day that I recorded the song.
Okay.
Yeah, I shot the video the same way I had recorded the song. I had put it out, and that got the ball rolling for me to take music real serious for real. Cause I got the guy that shot my video. He had shot another video after that,
Mhm.
and yeah, that's it. That's it.
Well, that's awesome. So that song, you kind of got a vibe, like that's a vibe out song that you can really vibe to, and you when you listen to that song, I'm sure you think about your trip.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Every time, like, cause you could feel the energy. Like I'm really talking, I'm talking my talk on that. Like
Hmm.
when I was in Mexico in Cancun popping rose, like like it was water. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And them folks love me out there. Like one side note, I don't want to get political or nothing, but man, when they come to going around the world, bro, they love black people. Like
Hmm.
black people get so much love. So when I was in Mexico, man, them folks loved me. Like they, me and man, they looking at the way my skin glow and all that. You know what I'm saying? The
Hmm.
melanin is amazing when you go
Right.
so well. So yeah, yeah, that's definitely one of them songs, man. If you want to work out, if you just sit in the car, like whatever vibe you on, you
Hmm.
play that, you gonna go there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I think those kind of catchphrases like, melanin and just describing black people in general, I think people love that. They use that for caption. Like it's really catchy. All that is really catchy. So I think that's
Yeah.
that you pointed that out. So I know you also have a new project, but I'm not even gonna try to say it. But I want you to talk about that a little bit, and that's your feature project as well that you have out now. So just tell us a little bit, tell us the name, and tell us a little bit about that collaboration.
All right. So the project is called Hieroglyphics, and
That.
yeah, hieroglyphics is actually ancient Egyptian writing.
Hmm.
Where they had the pictures, where they taught because they didn't have the alphabet, so they had like
Right.
pictures of eagles and different things how they wrote on the wall, and that was they form of communication. So we took that and we call it picture words. So you can picture what we're saying when you listen to a good bit of 10 months to a year.
Wow.
Just making the songs and putting the songs in order and coming along with melodies and everything. Like that was a great experience too because I got to work with somebody that I genuinely respect
Mhm.
and like I say, I got a dope engineer. But the thing with hieroglyphics is it's so dope that you're gonna want to see a video for every song. I don't know if we're gonna be able to give you a video for every song. We're gonna definitely drop some videos for that in the next up and coming months.
Right. Right. And I think that's like such a dope concept just to
Mhm.
come up with something like that. So of course, if you're writing a song that you want people to be able to picture, of course you got to put a good picture to it. So
Right,
um,
right, right.
I'm pretty sure that'll be super exciting to keep up with you to see and really see how that project turns out. So I know you said it was a good experience, and I'm pretty sure that was like the longest that you've ever taken to work on a project, and then you're doing it with someone else collaborating. So how would
Yeah.
you say that process was, like bouncing off of somebody and collabing and not just being the only person on the songs?
Oh man, it was beautiful. It was amazing because I didn't have to spend too much time thinking about something or overthinking it.
Hmm.
Like if we caught a vibe off of something, I share what I was thinking or a line, and
Hmm.
he'll spin off on that line and be like, all right, well we can say this to go along with that. So it actually made it quicker to make songs. Like, hey, truthfully, we probably made songs like 3 4 songs every time we went to the studio,
Hmm.
3 or 4 at a time because like I got some good sounds and he got some good sounds. I got some good lines, he got some good lines. And we just bounce like that. Like, it's dope when you got somebody. But the thing is, when you're doing joint projects, it got to be with somebody that you genuinely fuck with. You got to be able to vibe with them with music and outside of music. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it made it real simple for us to do that because we both love music. We both got a passion for it, and we also got doggone respect each other.
hmm That's awesome. That's awesome. So I think we've learned a lot about your artistry today, and I can definitely see it going into a positive direction. So OG12. tell us, like, how did you get that name? Like, what does it mean? Yeah, just tell us the story.
So long story short, I
Okay.
jumped out the porch when I was real young. I was
Mhm.
like 11 or 12. Crazy thing is, everybody that I hung with was older than me. So, like, when I was 11 or 12, for whatever reason, that summer was real detrimental to my life because my partner, one of my partners, would go place and he'd be like, "Oh, that nigga 12." You know what I'm saying? To remind like everybody that I was younger. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And cause like I say, everybody was like 15, 16, but I
Mhm.
was out there. You know what I'm saying? So like after a couple months, that's just what folks called me. It's just, hey, 12, 12. And I ain't never changed my name. Like, you know, that's what a lot of people knew me as. Then the OG came in later on in life, like a couple years ago when, other people that I respected started calling me OG and was like, bro, you're a big homie to a lot of people. So, just put it together.
That's awesome. That's an awesome story. And I feel like we do have those turning points in our life, but for yours to be at 12, like, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
young.
yeah. We ain't gonna do a biography, but I got some stories for you. Like, I
Well,
got,
hey, once you
got
get those
some.
Grammys, we'll definitely be
Yeah, yeah.
getting
Yeah,
ready
we
for
gonna
the
do it.
biography.
Definitely, for sure, for sure. We might have to do they're gonna do a biopic about me, man, for real.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Claim it and speak it into
for
existence. That's
real,
so
for real.
awesome.
I believe in the law of attraction, man. That's why I'm where I'm at now.
Absolutely. So before we go, just tell us what OG12 has coming up and what we can have for it to look to.
All right, so like I said, we got some videos that's gonna come out off the hieroglyphic tape,
Hmm.
and then after that, I'm releasing a solo project, another solo project. That'll probably be before the year is over with. Um, Big 12, that's gonna be the name of it. So, you know, y'all gonna see some content and stuff coming up behind that. And after that, hopefully the world open back up. We doing shows and I'm getting Grammy nominated and all that, man. So
Absolutely.
that's how it's a bunch of wins, winning season. That's what's next. So,
That's
but
awesome.
in the meantime, follow me on all social media platforms at OG, the letter O and G 12, spell out 12, TWELVE. So at OG TWELVE. And on title, Apple Music, put the same thing in OG TWELVE. All my music will pop up, YouTube, everything.
Awesome. Awesome. So y'all make sure y'all are following him on all social media platforms. Make sure you check out all of his music as well. As you guys see, OG is definitely an up and coming artist, and I'm excited to see what he has up. So also, while you are at it, guys, follow us on Instagram at Heat Speakers. And you guys want to be on the show, email us at int@gmail.com. And maybe you can be on the show next. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. And I just hope that you are blessed on your journey of artistry. And thank you for joining us. So we will see you guys on Friday, I believe. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
I got
Bye,
one more
guys.
thing for you.